Hello there everybody, this is Danos here, and today we will be making a Apex Legends video. Now, this is probably a bit out of left field considering you just most likely saw 3 Minecraft videos in one day, and I'm sure those who are watching did not know that I actually played Apex Legends, but I do, and that's what I'm going to be playing. So, we're going to load in. I've been playing this quite a bit, about 14 hours in the past week, so that's where most of my time has been. And, yeah, I'm excited to play, and I'm excited to show you guys who don't play Apex Legends what this is. So, essentially, Apex Legends is a Battle Royale game in the same vein as Fortnite. However, as you can tell, it's a bit more realistic, a bit more graphic. It's not that bad, though. If you think about it, it's kind of like the same level of violence as Fortnite is. But there's a few things that really divide Fortnite from Apex Legends. And that's the fact that you can choose characters which will have specific abilities tied to that character. And this game is mainly about teamwork. However, I don't really have many people who play at the moment, therefore, and I don't really like doing fills, because it kind of annoys me that the teammates just kind of go off and do their own thing. That and I end up doing better by myself anyways. So, yeah. And like I said, each character has their own set of abilities. There's currently, if I'm doing my math correctly, 18 characters in the game right now. All of them having, again, their own abilities. And you can get different skins for them, like this is an epic skin for a character, Horizon. And another thing that makes this game unique is that it's actually tied to a specific set of lore, which is tied to another series called Titanfall, which you might have heard of before. And essentially, Titanfall is like a multiplayer shooter in the same vein as, Call of Duty. It's kind of like a team-on-team battle kind of game. However, there is also campaign, specifically for the second game, that ties straight into Apex Legends. So this is quite the unique game in the fact that it ties into other games, as well as, being its own thing. So, and it does take a long time to load into these games. So, I will cut back when we have loaded into the first game of Apex Legends. Into a match. I was originally going to do 2 matches, however the queues are taking a long time. So, it might only be one video, or one game for now, but I will do multiple videos on this. Hopefully have some friends hop on and play with me, because I have a few in mind. And, yeah. So, allow me to kind of take you around, the game. So, essentially, there's 3 different maps. Right now we're playing on the one that I'm most familiar with, which should be Kings Canyon. It is the first map, therefore I'm the most familiar with it. And, fun fact about me, I used to play Apex Legends. Oh, no, it's Olympus. Uh-oh. So yeah, again, fun fact about me, I used to play Apex when the first season dropped, but then I stopped playing due to lack of interest. And now, some friends told me, you should get back on and try it again. And, yeah, I'm playing it, and, I've really been enjoying myself with this, so, yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun playing Apex, and I hope to make more videos on Apex soon. It's just been a lot of fun for me, but yeah, okay. So there's a ton of different things comparative to, Fortnite, which is going to be definitely more commonly uploaded by me than this. I mean, if y'all want to see more, then let me know, but yeah, essentially, it's a Battle Royale, and there's things called abilities, like you can see next to my heal button down in the bottom left corner. Or at least I think it's the bottom left. I've never been good with my left or right. But, if you look in one of the corners, you'll probably see a button that is mapped to the Q bind. That is a ability. It's called a tactical ability. Every character has a passive ability, which is something that happens naturally without the press of a button. A tactical ability, which is something which happens with the press of a button. And then an ultimate ability, which happens after about in a specific amount of time related to the character has passed. So for me, it's about 1 charge every 2 seconds. However, there's an item, which I'm going to use right now, called an ultimate accelerant, which can speed up that process by about 30%.
They spotted me.
Oh, I'm being shot. That's not good. Well, I'm going to use my ability here. And as you can see, it allowed me, so essentially when I used that ability, the person could not see where I was throughout that period of time.
Shields.
And obviously it runs out at some point, and my ultimate ability, which is about to be finished charging, essentially allows me to make a portal in which I can go through both sides, but enemies can also go through it. However, I can use that, you know, downside of enemies being able to go through it to my advantage by, you know, maybe
half the squads are gone.
putting it over this huge hole that they'll fall in and die. Which is very mean. I've never pulled it off personally, but yeah, and as you can see, there's not a lot of people in you know, Apex matches, and honestly, it's due to pacing of the game. It makes it a lot more fast-paced. Like, there's sliding, there's different forms of mobility. Unlike with Fortnite, where they have, you know, shockwave grenades and Rift-to-Goes and all that. And they do have heals as well. All different variations. So there's some heals that... okay, I'm pretty set there. Some heals that heal 1/4 of, if you look in the bottom corner. That's my health, right? And the current heal that I have available, the shield cell, heals only 1/4, so 1 bar every time. The shield cell heals a entire health bar, or armor bar. Oh, gold armor, that's really good. And then Phoenix kits are essentially the chug jugs of this game. They'll heal both health and shield to max. And then there's med kits and syringes, which are the same as the shield cell and the shield battery. I think I both said shield cell. Wow. They're different, but you understand what I mean here. I'm getting really lucky with this loot. I chose a really good spot. But yeah, we're gonna get a move on. Try and find someone to fight. They don't seem very good. I probably will still lose to them though. Because that stat is not kills in total, it's kills for that individual character. So maybe they're really good with another character. And in that case, I'm in a bit of trouble. Because they most likely will know what they're doing. But yeah, let's see. I don't think there's anybody near here. I'm gonna close that down. There were people here. Interesting. Shotgun bolt. I don't need any of that. Gotta have the sniper out at the ready. And, so yeah, if you guys want to see more of this game, let me know, and I can do a few more videos on it, and if those continue to pique your interest, I'll make it, you know, one of the main things on the channel, other than, you know, Fortnite and Minecraft. I'm just intrigued to see what y'all think of this, because most of you watching only know that I play Fortnite and Minecraft. I don't think most of you know that I play Apex from, like, every now and then. So, I'm interested to hear y'all's feedback, and if you guys are interested in seeing any more. Yeah, how have I not found anybody yet? This is wild. Marvin. Roll purple. Not bad, not bad. Aw, that's disappointing. What do we got here? Shadow caps. Yes. Yes. Oh, that's perfect. Yes. And there's different attachments for weapons. And if this is part 2 of this, I will kind of go over, before I start playing the game, kind of, you know, what everything does, essentially. But I can tell you the ones for right now. So, Deadeye's Tempo says firing at the perfect moment will increase fire rate. Sniper Stock, quicker handling, moderate aim drift reduction, and faster reload time. So, essentially, my shots, whenever I shoot, you know, move less upwards, and I reload quicker. And then this is just the scope. This allows my shotgun to shoot at a faster fire rate, and then there's, again, just the scope. But there's a lot more than that. Like, what I'm missing on... Oh, rip. Where did my reticle go? I'm very confused. But yeah, you know what? I might as well include this in the video. I will kind of go over all the weapons in the game. So, this is your base weapon right here. This is your normal pistol, essentially. It's not bad. It's just there's, I'm sure you can guess, way, way better in this game. And the meta comparative to Fortnite in this game is a lot, and I mean a lot different. So, I'm going to go through by row here. So, first, we have our snipers, right? So, let me drop this. Longbow and Sentinel. These are the good snipers. These are the ones that are available in the loot pool, therefore they're the best ones available, essentially. And, so the Sentinel is basically your basic bolt action. 140 damage, 140. It does about 70 bodies. 63 bodies to be safe. And then the longbow is a bit different. It's a lot more rapid fire. See, they play a lot different. The slightest fire rate and damage reduction can change up an entire meta. And, so next, we have the charge rifle, which essentially shoots out a beam of energy that will do damage over time depending on how you track them. So you can do that and it won't do much, but if they're standing still, there's a lot. And that's essentially that for these weapons. Moving on. We have, you've already seen that, the RE45 and R31 carbine. Now, these are your normal, everyday weapons, essentially. These are the weapons you'll most likely find. They're like your ARs. They're your basic weapon, essentially. And, so, basically, right, so this AR, it's pretty basic, right? It's more so a rapid-fire AR. If there was something I could compare it to in Fortnite, I would probably compare it to, I would say, personally, a tactical AR. The fire rate and all that, right? And then the RE45 is essentially a rapid-fire pistol. I actually really like this gun, personally. I really feel the RE45. I think it's a pretty fun weapon. But next, we have your essentially basic SMG here. R99. Now this thing used to be really good, and still is really good. It's just, once this gun received a nerf, people really kind of stopped using it a ton. There's, you know, a different alternative. Like I said, one change can switch up an entire meta. And it's wild. And then this, the G7 Scout. I would compare this to an infantry rifle, because it's a sniper AR hybrid. It's really good. It's really, really good. But next up, right? And this is essentially the LMG pistol and all of that. So we have up first. I'm gonna stop putting on the attachments for them because it'll kind of slow down the progress. But this is a Rampage. Essentially, it is a slow-firing LMG, which has the added-on ability, just like the Sentinel, which I kind of forgot to show off what the Sentinel does. It essentially makes the Sentinel shoot faster and do more damage. It's kind of the same thing here with the Rampage. So if I put a thermite grenade into the Rampage, look at that fire rate. This thing becomes an absolute beast of a weapon. It's actually wild. It's pretty crazy. And then next, we have a 30-30 repeater. I used to be really good with this gun. Not really anymore. But it's essentially, again, if I could draw like a similarity to Fortnite, I'd draw this to a semi-auto sniper, I would say. But next, we have essentially, hold on, I accidentally dropped the weapon. The AUG of this game and the Deagle of this game. So this is a Prowler. It is a 5-shot burst rifle. It's actually really good. A lot better than it seems right here. I mean, it kind of shreds. And then this is a Wingman. This is essentially the Deagle. And then next, we have the FAMAS of this game, Ammo. I don't get it. Most people forget this weapon, and I have no clue. I really like it. And there's a thing about this one. You can actually switch it to single fire, so it only shoots one bullet at a time. But, next. Sorry, I thought I saw someone in my thing. Next. Flatline. This is, again, your basic AR. Kind of like an AK. Essentially, it hits for a lot, but has a pretty slow fire rate, all things considered. It's actually one of the most used weapons in the game right now, so it's pretty good. And the next class, we have the energy weapons. These weapons play really, really different from any other weapon. So, first, we're looking at the Volt and the Devotion. Now, I'm going to need to grab this for the Devotion. The Volt is kind of a pretty basic SMG, all things considered. I don't really like this one. It's pretty solid, though. And then the Devotion is essentially an LMG, and if I show you, I'll show you what it's out the turbocharger. This is what it does. It ramps up its fire rate over time. But with this on, this is really good. With this on, it ramps up the fire rate even quicker. So it goes from like essentially 0 to 100 real quick. And that's the same for the Havoc. The Havoc has a charge, like a charge up time. You can see. But with this, right, This has no charge up. So it's essentially a better R31. It's very, very good. And then the L-Star is essentially an LMG that takes over beats. It's pretty good. And then next, this is a very unique gun in Apex Legends. We have the Bocek. This is without a doubt, a very unique weapon. It is a crossbow. It does quite a lot. I've actually never tried it with shatter capsule. Oh, well, that's not very good, is it? It's not bad, I guess. This is me testing it out for the first time, too. And then, we have shotguns. Basically your basic shotguns. This one's a bit different. This one it needs to charge up. It'll do a ton of damage. This one has a huge spread. So you can hit a lot of people with one shot. This is like a pistol shotgun. This one's personally my favorite. It can do a lot. And the Eva is essentially a basic pump shotgun, attack shotgun, whatever you call it. And then the big ticket items. You find these in a game, you are pumped. Alright? You are so happy if you find these. The supply drop weapons. These are very rare. And if you find one, you're probably going to be very happy. So, without further ado, I will show you why the supply drop weapons. And Spitfire. This thing just recently got put into a supply drop because of how stupid broken this thing was. 60 shots and it did that much damage. That is wild. This was floor loot at one point in time. Like literally just a few months ago, this was floor loot. Actually, a month ago, technically. Because it got put into supply drops this season, and the season started in the first week of August, so. But next, we have the Alternator. This used to be floor loot last season as well. It was pretty good. It was actually one of the better SMGs in the game. It would have been back there.
Let's go this way.
Class, but it's. I don't know what that was. It's now in the supply drop. Also, really good, but to be fair, these are buffed versions due to them being in the supply drop. So, like, that little energy thing you see when you hit someone, that wasn't there when it was floor loot. But, next, right? These are the big ones for me. We have the triple take, essentially the same as the Peacekeeper. As it has a charge up, and then it'll do damage. This is really good. I've gotten much more accustomed to this one. And now, my all-time favorite. You have the Kraber 50 cal. This thing is wild. This is the heavy sniper of Apex Legends. Look at this. 145 and an insta-kill with a headshot. This thing is wild, and I am really good with it. Allow me to demonstrate. Yeah, this thing is crazy. But, yeah. And then I will showcase real quick what every person's ability does. So, Ray can do essentially a phase where nobody can see her. And then here is the portal.
Placing a portal. Portal placed.
Walk through it, and then it'll take you there. She's pretty good. And then she actually has a passive as well, which will allow you to hear when somebody's aiming at you. But next, right, we have, no, wrong button again, Bloodhound. Bloodhound is actually a very good character as well. So, Bloodhound essentially can see when people did things and how long ago it happened. Can scan people and will detect people. And then for his ult, which I will show you real quick, it essentially allows him to get thermal vision and run faster.
Calling
It's
upon
really good.
nature's strength.
So allow me to demonstrate. As you can see, they're clearly out. Next, Gibraltar. I don't really play Gibby all that much, to be honest. Essentially, he is a defensive character. This is his passive. And when he shoots him, he has a shield up. So, essentially, he can block any shots. And then he has a shield.
Shield up!
And then his ult, I actually have never seen his ult before, so this will be a first time for me. Calling a mortar strike on a position you mark with smoke. Okay, so it's essentially a bombing, like an aerial bombing. And allow me to demonstrate.
Signaling an airstrike.
Yeah, it's an airstrike. Oh wow, that's a lot more range than I thought it was. Anyway, next we have Lifeline. Lifeline actually, is a healer. There's not really much else to her. Essentially, her drone will heal people over time for a tactical. When somebody gets knocked, Lifeline can just start the res animation, and then a robot will continue it, so she can actually fight the people off while the res is happening. And care package, essentially it'll drop some loot. Pathfinder is a mobility character, and essentially you can essentially grapple a hook around. Pathfinder is actually quite the skilled character. You need to have some good skill for him. And then his ult is pretty simple. You just place down a zipline, which are those, and you can just place it wherever you want. And then finally, but not least, you have Bangalore. Bangalore is a pretty cool character. Her passive, essentially when you're getting shot at and you're running, it'll make you 2 times as faster for like a second or 2. And then her tactical is a smoke bomb. And then her ult is another airstrike. So, pretty good character.
Oh, painless, knocking at the door.
Right? Is that an airstrike? It is indeed. Essentially, they're just bombs that'll go off after a while. Pretty good ult, actually. Very good ult. But, yeah. That's it for, essentially, what Apex Legends is and what it can do. And, you know, what the weapons are and all that. And, I'll see you all, hopefully, again, tomorrow. Bye!